Cheers! Welcome to Movie Bitches! RuPaul's Drag Race Season 3, Episode 11! Oh my gosh, the season's like almost over. But we get one more episode because of this episode.
I'm fine with it.
Oh yeah. So first things first, just pointing out our new fabulous shirts.
I am obsessed.
It's the makeover episode, so we figured we would wear our Sgt. Peppermint. If you like these, then you should go buy them, along with all of our other fabulous designs, at moviebitches.threadless.com.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm loving these baseball tees, by the way.
Yeah, which is also appropriate for this episode because it's sports related.
I'm Matt, and I play baseball. Hard.
Hi, I'm Matt. I'm 29, and I play baseball. Hard.
So stupid.
We'll talk about it.
We will talk about it.
So they come into the workroom. Shangela is gone. And Raja is just like, I'm gonna twirl, 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 twirl. And she's just like over the moon. She's like, now it's just us. Yay. Well, yeah, so then Ru comes on, and there's all these real silly sports innuendos going on. She didn't make a water sports joke, though.
No. If you don't know what water sports is, then you are very naive.
A catcher or a pitcher? Ooh. Does she have a tight end or a fullback?
Oh, and last week was the cliffhanger, where it was like, you know, Michelle and Mike Ruiz and Billy B. Or no, was it Santino?
No, it was Billy. It was Michelle and Santino and Billy B.
And Billy B. Mike Ruiz should have been in on it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Are going to decide who should come back, but only if they can be unanimous should they come back.
Right.
And I was like, so it should be Delta.
I really feel like it should have
Delta
been.
should have come back. So Delta? No. You had forgotten who it was.
I had forgotten who it was. I think I had just remembered, like, I'd also kind of forgotten that Carmen had gotten, well, spoiler alert, that Carmen had gotten...
Had left.
Yeah.
You were like, well, she was just there the whole time, right?
Right?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Oh.
So she's like, who's coming back? It's Carmen. And I was happy.
I
like Carmen.
For me, it needed to be either Carmen or Delta. I think Mariah also could have.
Delta came up. Mariah came up. And in the end, we all agreed unanimously Carmen was fresh on the mind, and we knew that she had more tricks up her sleeve, or so we thought.
So anyway, Carmen is back.
Yes.
But she did have time in the interim to make a No Boogers t-shirt. She's really, like, trying to sell this one home.
Yeah. They thought this was, like, a winner.
They thought it was going to be a thing.
Yeah.
Back rolls. Like, they thought it was going to be a thing.
Yeah.
I guess it kind of became a thing.
I mean, it did become a thing, but not in the same way.
Well, according to Matt, it is definitely a thing.
We will talk about that. It was so funny.
From what I've been told, there are two kinds of drag queens, Heathers and Boogers.
So then Ru comes in and Carmen is reintroduced to the cast, and everyone's like, okay, whatever. Nobody really is like, oh, that bitch is back. Like, they didn't really do a lot of to do about it. But anyway, they get right into the mini challenge, which is...
Dunk contest.
They set up a dunk tank out in the parking lot. Like, it was so...
Janky,
and I loved it.
Yes.
I was surprised they weren't like, okay, you have 10 minutes to get into drag, and you're going to be dunked.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
That would have been extra funny.
I thought so too. Like, didn't they do that? I guess they did that for the episode 1 of season 5.
Yeah, everyone's sort of dressed like whatever, but Raja has become Norma Desmond. And I was like,
yeah,
I'm here for this.
Yeah.
She's got her little turban, her sunglasses. Oh, her little bathing costume. It was really good.
Ru's like, you get to pick who you want. And Raja and Manila are like, Carmen.
All of them were like, Carmen,
yeah.
picking Carmen, because she's back. And it's like whoever dunks their queen the most in a minute or whatever wins.
Yes.
Pretty much everybody sucks.
Terrible.
Well, really just Manila and Raja suck.
I guess that's true.
Raja gets like one hit. She can't hit at all.
Manila can hardly get it. Carmen got a few. She got like 7.
Yeah.
And
Alexis.
14.
Dunked Yara 14 times. At some point, Yara's just like, fuck you.
Just miss.
Come on.
I was just laughing because it was like so absurd and silly to me that they had to reset that every time.
Every single time.
It was like, oh, she's dunked. Okay, now we have Yara, get back up there.
Do you think
okay,
that
Alexa. That had to take them hours.
At least 2 hours, right? Like at least. Well, and the best part is that when Alexis and Yara did quite well too.
Yes.
It was just dunk, dunk, dunk. Ru is just
Cackling
in the background, just every time they dunk, losing her mind more, and it was so funny, and I loved it.
Yeah. It's just, this is like the stupid fun of a mini challenge that I really cherish.
They've dunked everybody, da 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 da, and then Ru says something which I don't remember hearing before. She says, okay, see you back in the you better work room.
And I'll see you back in the you better work room. See you in a minute.
And I was like, wait, why isn't that more of a thing?
It should absolutely, I'm only calling it that from now on.
Right? Like when, in Untucked, when it's like the Interior Illusions Lounge, like when they get back to the
You
workroom.
better work
You better
room.
work room. Definitely with an E.
Yeah.
Or just the workroom would be funny too. And Ru brings in these straight jock boys. And at first Raja is like, oh, hello. They're all like,
Yeah. I was just like, I think we need to redefine the term jock.
People they found on the street.
Where do they find these people? I really want to know.
Did you play a sport in high school? Cool. You can be on the show. Like, because they didn't say these are professional.
No, they clearly were not.
Sure, clearly. I mean, Chris was like, I play basketball. And I was like, where?
Right.
My name's Christopher. I'm 32. I play basketball from San Antonio, Texas. And yes, everything is bigger in Texas.
And I wish, I don't know, I guess like this challenge to me would have been a little bit more fun if it was a little bit more like dragging with the stars, where it was like,
right.
you know, oh, we have like these famous athletes or whatever.
You
Yeah,
know.
they don't have to be like, you know, Tom. Well, Tom Daly would actually be perfect.
Who's Tom Daly?
Tom Daly,
Oh, the
little,
swimmer.
yeah,
The little swimmer. He would be
gay
perfect.
swimmer twink.
But
Yeah.
then it wouldn't work because he's gay.
Well, he'd be too into it.
Well, because like the whole thing was like they're macho straight
right.
guys. Like
Oh,
that was
well,
like
we'll get into this.
the thing.
Yes.
But yeah, I thought you were gonna say Tom Brady
That's who I was gonna say.
because that's a football player.
Yeah, Peyton Manning. I was gonna say Tom Ford, but that's not.
Darryl Strawberry? He's a baseball player from the 90s.
Wow. I do like an Olympic-themed makeover, though. You could do Johnny Weir.
Great.
You could do Tom Daly.
There's
you could
a lot
basically
more.
just do any swimmer, diver, figure skater combination.
Gymnast.
Yes, totally.
I like that.
But it has to be out Olympic athletes to like reward them.
Yes, be like you're
And then
fabulous.
you'd have like a really emotional like tragedy mirror where it's like it's really hard to come out as gay in like the Olympic community because you know whatever.
I
Phelps.
don't want to see Michael Phelps in drag.
Nope.
I already can see it, and it's a mistake.
Maybe if Nina Bonina would do like
A full,
just like a complete redo.
be like,
So
oh no,
mean.
we're not going to paint you to look pretty. Michael Phelps is fine.
I
He's
know
rich
it.
as fuck.
Yeah.
He's like, it's cool. I don't look good in drag. That's fine.
Why are we still talking about that?
I don't know.
So anyway, so all of these like performatively masculine,
Except for one.
except for one. He's European, he's Euro, he's Metro.
It was so amazing. I'm not gay. I'm European.
I'm from Europe, right? I'm from Europe, and Europeans are very like, we're very Euro, right?
hold hands
Got a metro.
Well, yes, so they all introduced themselves. I'm Matt. I play baseball. Hard. I'm so-and-so. I play rugby. I thought the rugby guy at least would have had an accent.
Oh, like Australian?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I'm Drew, I'm 23, and I play rugby.
Like they could have picked a little bit more charismatic, a little bit more fun to watch,
I think it was
engaging,
literally
attractive dudes.
Hey, you know, who do you know that plays a sport that's up for this? Crew.
Probably.
Cool.
So, because Alexis won, she gets to pair everyone up.
Right.
And so she didn't really explain it in like the confessional or anything.
Manila, meet your partner.
Hey.
Meet your partner.
But Alexis did continually giggle and laugh maniacally out loud in front of the entire room about her choices.
Which seemed weird and rude.
It seemed very rude to me.
I was
she
like,
was just like, Chris, you will be with Raja because you're fat and ugly. Like, it was big. She might as well have said that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, she was just like, So everyone's sort of teaching their guys how to be house of,
Yes.
blank. Carmen is basically like, this is how you be naked.
So we do body, and he's like, oh, okay.
Have you ever put your balls up above your penis?
Ooh. This challenge always frustrates me because it's always like this family resemblance, whatever nonsense, where it's like, oh,
it's really subjective.
It's very subjective. It's like, she's supposed to be my sister, so that means that we have to look the same?
And whenever they say like, oh, it looked more like your mom than your sister, I'm like,
well,
still a family member.
Well, that's true too.
So I'm just like, well, what are the guidelines here? It just seems like every season they make up their own rules.
In order to justify what they want, almost.
Yeah, it never seems fair.
No.
It always seems like, okay, this is what you decided this week arbitrarily.
I mean, that being said, I don't think that Carmen did a great job of...
No, but often it's like, what? Huh?
Yeah.
So Alexis and her guy, Slava.
Yeah.
Who is gross.
These are my titties.
Oh my
Be
God.
gentle with them.
Oh my God. They're so soft. They feel better than the real thing.
Oh my God.
They're like so soft and real.
They're softer than the real thing. Eye contact, eye contact, eye contact. I was like...
He's just like creepy and like weird. Whatever.
He's the guy at the party that like won't stop making eye contact with you and keeps touching you and you're like, no. Like just like, oh hey, how do you feel about that? And you're like, get away from me.
Yeah.
Immediately.
Immediately.
He's that guy. So the guest judges, Ru announces, are Margaret Cho.
Yes.
There's a tepid
there's like
applause.
Margaret Cho.
Response. Everyone's like, oh yay. And I thought that was underwhelming.
I thought so too.
And then Sharon Osbourne is the other. And she also got like a yeah, oh yeah, great.
So I would actually be more excited then when they were announced than I would after the judging.
Because it wasn't great.
No.
So yeah, Ru announces the guest judges and then she also is like, by the way, on top of dragging them over, you also have to come up with a cheer routine, a cheer outfit, and a cheer routine about safe sex. Bye! They're all sort of like coming down, teaching them how to walk down the runway and doing all this funny stuff. And there's only a couple ones that were funny, but Yara is just like,
you want to fuck the judges. I want to fuck you guys.
It was so good.
It was really great. And then, Asha.
No, real sexy. And then Manila comes out and we realize that her guy is a real ham.
He is.
How's this? Well, what woman do you know stands like that?
Which is helpful.
I think I'd rather that than no personality. I mean...
That will always, almost, as long as you do a very decent job transforming them, that can win you the... Look at Sergeant Peppermint. Right? That's all that anyone ever remembers from that thing. She stole the whole show. Just because there was Tude serving it, worked it. Now, obviously, looked good, too. There was a good transformation.
Yes.
But, like, it helps sell it. Yes, Manila had to deal with him this whole time. It was like, shut up, I'm going to punch you. But it was worth it.
Can I point? Ladies don't point unless they're picking out shoes. I want those pairs.
Should I point?
It was like a Backstreet Boys. Like.
Yeah, like, yeah. Women don't point unless they're pointed shoes. I want that one. And that one.
That one too.
No, I said make a sexy pose, not like we're popping a squat in the woods. He was definitely my favorite. Not only because he was the most attractive, but also because he was the most fun. Yeah. So it's like, wait, you're the best one. There should have been 6 of you.
They're just like sextuplets. I like the idea of there's 5 of you left or whatever, 6 of you left. You each have to make over the same person essentially because they're all twins and like, who's gonna do the best job?
Yeah.
Right? Because it's like, oh, I got the one with the man chin. It's like, no, they all have it. So yeah, they're all kind of teaching them how to walk in heels. Apparently it's just very difficult. I don't know. This always bothers me where it's like, you can like get it together. I don't know. Like they're acting like they have a peg leg all of a sudden or something.
It's insane, and it's like they're like these little heels.
Yeah, they're not like stilettos or something.
I mean, sure, it's not comfortable to like walk around town for the whole night in heels, like, you know, in big heels for Halloween, but like, I've done it. It's not that hard.
Look how she moves. It's just like Jello on springs. Must have some sort of built-in motor or something. I tell you, it's a whole different sex.
It's also weird to me that this is annoying, and maybe it's like part of, and I feel like they've toned this down a little bit since like these episodes, but it's this whole performative like masculinity thing.
Yeah,
And, like,
I have to take a break and throw a football because my masculinity.
Yeah, I gotta be a jock for a second.
I have to be a jock for a second.
So now you're gonna play?
Yes, I'll work a little and I'll play a little, you know?
And then it's also supposed to be like, oh man, like, I realized you drag queens really are tough. You're guys too, you know, like, you put up with all of this pain just to do these things that you like? Wow, that's really cool. You know, okay, I don't need that whole thing.
So they get back to the workroom, and I'm loving it. Carmen just goes, she's talking to her guy, and she just goes, so, does your family know that you're straight? It was such a fun way to like be like, put it into perspective of like,
this is the shit we deal with.
and they have a whole conversation about how his brother is gay, and how that kind of motivated him to do this. And
Yeah,
all
it
these
was really
things. It was
sweet.
like a nice sort of conversation, and Carmen talks about being married, and how New Jersey has some of the most, at this time at least, has some of the most progressive laws when it comes to gay marriage. I didn't realize that either. And
I think that straight people take a lot of things for granted. You can settle down with any girl and have kids and live the American dream.
seriously talking about her husband and gay rights and all these things, and you know, she's kind of having a moment, and then the camera pans out, and she's seeing these little like tidy whitey panties up her butt.
They were
just
like
meow.
yeah.
Carmen just likes being naked. What
Yeah.
can I say? What can I
She's
say?
really comfortable with her body. And then like Raja says that like it was hard growing up in high school and whatever, and she didn't like anyone, but then she went to her 10-year high school reunion in drag, and it was like the first time she had fun with any of her high school friends. I was
Apparently
like,
they
that's
just
cool.
had a fabulous time, and I was like,
Sure.
now a movie about,
Like Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion, but with drag queens?
yes, like Grosse Point Blank, Romeo and Michelle's, drag queens. I'm ready.
I am so ready for that.
I am excited about this idea.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the runway and cheer performances. And I don't really have a lot to say about Untucked, but we can talk about it.
But you didn't mention the lip sync.
Oh my god, the best lip sync of the first 3 seasons.
For sure. Rue comes down the runway.
In this like Georgia O'Keeffe colors of the wind.
She looks like Donatella Versace on a bad day, and it was rough.
Now, I would be down for Maya Rudolph to play RuPaul.
Oh, now that's interesting. Like on Maya and Marty.
Sure.
Which I liked. Did you watch Maya and Marty?
I watched parts. Some.
I wanted to love.
Yeah.
I quite liked it, you know?
Yeah.
I want more variety shows. Like, give me more sketch comedy.
Yeah.
Give me more Martin Short in general. Just like, yes, please.
Mm-hmm.
And more Maya Rudolph in general. Yes, please.
Yes, please.
So then they all have to come out and do their cheer routines.
Yes.
And Alexis and Avaryl, which
yeah.
I realized is Slavic backwards.
Ooh, you wanna moan? Ooh, you wanna growl? Make us safe and make us proud.
You can't really understand anything that they're saying. Like, there was a lot of like, and I was like,
Sure.
protection, condoms. And I was like, I don't know what you just said, not sure, but it was lots of energy.
Yep.
It was like, high pitched.
Yeah.
I did love that at the end, like, they do this whole, like, happity hippity cheer, and then he just goes,
oh yeah,
safe sex, motherfuckers.
Safe sex, motherfuckers.
And then she's like, don't get pregnant.
Oh, right, but then she said like, wrap your dick.
Because wrap that dick and don't get pregnant. There's a lot of talk of wrapping dicks, and I was like, well, let's find a more elegant word. I'm thinking of saran wrap, and I don't like it.
Well, right, and that is not safe.
So then next on the runway is Raja and Enigma. Oh my gosh. And
this is pretty bad, and yet
I loved it, and it's the only thing I remembered.
Right?
No barebacks.
No barebacks.
No bareback. No bareback. No bareback.
No barebacks. I mean,
But then Raja takes a good 7 minutes to spell out condoms.
I need an O. O. Give me an M. N. How about a D? D. Another O. O. Another M.
I mean, it took forever to the point where I was like, what word are they spelling out? I lost track.
Oh. Another M. M. What's it spell? Safe sex!
Did I just black out and they spelled safe sex out in words? And that's why I was like, wait, what? Because it went on for so long.
If they'd done like C-O-N-D-O-M, that spells safe sex. Yeah. Something like that would have been a little like...
C-O-N-D-O-M. Condom, safe sex.
Yeah, that's better. That's better.
And then they're doing cartwheels off stage, but they were doing like Sandra D cartwheels.
Yes.
And it was like,
yeah.
I approve of this.
Oh, that was also fun, was hearing Ru say, if you can't be an athlete, be an athletic supporter. No barebacks. No barebacks.
No barebacks.
And then I like that they had to explain it.
To Sharon Osbourne.
What does that mean?
It means when you are fucking without condoms.
Okay.
Oh. No, I was thinking about it. It'd be interesting if this challenge had happened in this day and age, because then you could have been like the prepsters. You know what prep is?
I guess not.
Pre-exposure, I don't know what it stands for, but it's like a drug that basically you take every day, and it is 99.8% effective at preventing HIV transmission.
Oh, that's great. But Enigma looks like Lady Shrek.
Oh, it's not great.
She wasn't the most elegant of ladies.
No.
So next, down
the runway.
The cheer way. I don't know. I was trying to think of next down the football field.
Next in the end zone.
Next down was Yara Sofia and
Drulita.
Drulita?
Ru kept saying Drulita, but I would think Drulita.
Yara and Drulita Sofia.
Or Drulita.
That sounds more like Dracula.
Or like drool at a...
Dracula. This is my grave.
Welcome. I am Dracula. This is my grave.
They come out and also spell for a while. And it was hilarious because Yara was the foreperson, whatever, the captain. So she was like,
is that what that was supposed to...
well, because she was the one giving the letters.
I don't think she was. Oh, she was.
So she was like, give me a indiscernible letter.
Yeah.
And he would be like, hey!
Give me a W!
W!
Give me the R!
R!
Give me the I!
A!
Hey! It was silly and I loved it.
Give me a P!
No, you're doing it too well. I genuinely was like, I don't know what letter you are saying out loud.
At first I didn't know she was saying letters. And they also did wrap your dick again. And it's
yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, theirs was aggressive. They were like, wrap your dick, wrap your dick.
Wrap your dick, wrap up your dick.
Couldn't you do like a no glove, no love kind of thing? Lots of puns. That's an easy cheer. Like make a pitcher, like a catcher, right? No glove, no love. Something like that. I don't know. There's opportunities here.
I mean, nobody's was great. I actually liked Raja's the best.
I thought Raja's was the funniest. I thought Manila's was the best. We'll get there.
Absolutely. I forgot.
So next is Carmen and Lolita Cruz.
We both decided she should have been Portia Carrera.
Yes. Carmen and Portia Carrera.
Oh, do shut up, Portia.
Oh, do shut up, Portia.
Well, they had a lot of information packed into a short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, it flew by.
Well, and it was also tough because Carmen was like a second ahead.
Be safe. Don't chafe. Your dick will turn dark blue.
Uh-oh, she said, my pussy is turning red.
They were like not in sync, and they weren't really selling it.
No.
She was like kind of laughing through it, to be
Well,
honest.
she literally started laughing at one point when Ru was like, oh! So then I thought this was the best one, Manila and Fuchsia. Ooh, they had good energy.
They had good energy. They were the only ones that sort of had a broad scope of things.
Yeah, they were like...
Everyone else was like, condoms, wrap your dick, condoms, wrap your dick. And they were like, diaphragms, spermicidal lube,
dental dams.
Like, they had a lot of variety
Sure.
and information. She was the most informative.
That is true.
Always wear a condom and use a dental dam. Abstinence is for boogers, but we love our diaphragm.
And they were having a fun time.
They were. It was the most informative and the most entertaining. Well, I don't know. Raja's was pretty entertaining. As a train wreck.
No barebacks.
No barebacks. I mean, to be fair, that probably worked pretty well because people remembered no barebacks and they're like, oh, I shouldn't do that. It's bad.
It's like, oh, I love this studying.
Yeah.
Like, the only reason we're still talking about absolute berry acai. Acai berry?
Berry acai.
Berry acai. Jessica Wilde, where's your check?
See, she did get one at least.
Berry acai?
Well, yeah, because they come out. I mean, Sharon Osbourne was living for Manila and Fuchsia.
Yes.
They come out and they're just walking, and she is cackling with laughter.
I think because he's so big.
Because he's so beefy. So, first on the runway, Alexis and Avalyss. I'm just calling him Slava.
Sure. I don't really care. So they, I thought, looked really good. Their outfits were trashy as all get out, but like, I got it. Her makeup looked great.
The makeup looked great. The hair looked great as always.
Yes.
It looked like they murdered a murder of crows.
Sure.
Like, I like the idea of like black feathers incorporated into your outfit, but this is not organic.
No, not
It was like,
entirely.
and I stuck these on my ankles.
I didn't mind it.
I
This
liked-
was certainly, I thought, one of Alexis's better looks.
Alexis's or his? I liked Alexis's more than his.
Yes.
His was trashy, tackety,
It was
tack
super-
stripper.
yes.
And then there was like the suspenders over the. Slava looked trashy.
Slava looked very trashy.
I thought their faces and their hair looked gorgeous. This certainly wasn't like a bottom look.
No.
I was just like, this is tickety tacky.
I was like, she doesn't deserve to win with this.
No.
That was my thought. But she
But-
certainly didn't deserve to go home.
No, absolutely not. And Slava was living for herself.
Oh, yeah. She had a... What was it? An aesthetic arrest. She had an aesthetic arrest, April.
God, we'll talk about it. We will talk about it.
Do we have to?
We could for a minute.
Okay, for a minute.
Do you guys know what an aesthetic arrest is? When you see something so beautiful, your heart stops and you gasp for air, like, that's what happened.
Turn around, it's not that difficult.
Oh my God.
So then Raja and Enigma. This was not great.
It wasn't great, but I didn't think it was terrible.
I didn't. Okay, see, I was disappointed because I didn't think either Raja or her girl looked editorial like Raja usually does.
No, it was very simple.
Yeah.
For Raja.
Yeah.
Right? It was sort of this like 40s cheetah theme going on. Her Enigma looked like she was starring as like matron Mama Morton in some community theater version of Chicago. It was just like real, she was like tough.
Yeah.
Roxy. You know, it was like, when you're good to mama.
Mama's good to you.
I liked Raja as a redhead.
Yeah.
I thought she looked really pretty. This was just very basic.
Yeah. It was not Raja. I was not like, oh yes, Raja, you slay. Like, oh no.
You slayed.
This was just like, new.
And then, yeah, Enigma's walk was rough.
Yeah, that sailor walk.
Enigma didn't give her a lot. Enigma had no confidence. And that was a bummer. Maybe Raja should have done more to help him with that.
Sure.
Who knows? But he apparently didn't like anything. Next on the runway, Yara and Drulita.
I like Drulita. Yara and Drulita.
Drulita. She sounds like a Cinderella's like evil stepsister. Like, sure, Druletta. I'll fetch your wrap. They come out.
I thought this was good.
This was really cute. They were very matchy. That seems to work for this challenge.
I think it helps.
Like, she really painted her face.
She
like,
really did.
She beat that mug. And she had this sort of like, fuck you attitude. And so it kind of made it seem like she had a lot of confidence.
Yes.
Then later you're like, oh no, that's just sort of her face. But yeah, she didn't have a ton of confidence on the runway.
No, and that was like, they talk about in the critiques and stuff that she was just the biggest pill and like didn't want to shave her armpits or this or that or dancing or this. And it's like, oh my God, why the fuck are you here? What is going on? So that's
she was a real stick in the mud.
She was, and like, I get part of the challenge is helping them like come out of that.
Some people you can't.
Exactly.
Did she resist?
Yes.
What did she resist?
Hair removal, tucking, dancing, singing.
So then Carmen and Lolita Cruz.
Carmen and Portia.
Yeah, better.
I just think it's so much better.
It is. They came out in their nude illusion or not illusion.
They were in rhinestone bikinis. I mean, they were both Vegas showgirls.
No, a little less. I want my nipples to press, but I don't want them to look like they're levitating.
Levitating. You know, it was like that kind of thing. But unfortunately, he looked like The Rock in a bikini.
Yeah.
And it was rough.
It was really rough.
I'll say this, he was fucking selling it.
Oh, yeah.
To walk down the runway in a bikini, girl or boy, you know,
Sure.
any body type.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of guts.
Sure. And last but not least, Manila and Fuchsia.
Yeah, Manila and Fuchsia come out and they're little geisha girls. It was real cute.
It was real fun.
She did what I think Carmen should have done. She gave her sort of like a corset, bra and panties, and like a sheer robe to be like, oh, here's just a little sneaky peek of what could be under here, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ooh, is she just a really tall woman or is she a huge man?
And their hair looked great.
Yep.
Their fan work was on point. They were really camping it up.
Give a queen a fan and it's automatically better. That gave Fuchsia more attitude too, to be able to just like...
Well, they were just having a blast. Like, they were like kung fu fighting.
Yes,
you know, like
yes.
they were doing silly bits or whatever.
Yeah.
It was reminding me a little bit of My Geisha, where like Shirley MacLaine is like dressed like a geisha.
Oh boy.
It's rough.
You know how it is
It's
when
not
you
great.
have Chinese.
Half an hour later,
You're hungry again.
Oh God, remember that movie?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I feel like Amy Heckerling and Nancy Myers are like similarly confused about life.
They haven't like progressed.
No.
You know, they haven't like, they're not up with the times, right?
Yeah, and they like are like digging their heels in.
Like, no.
Aggressively.
Yeah.
So anyway, Manila wins, yay!
Manila wins a gay cruise with
Oh,
Al
yeah.
and Chuck.
Yeah.
And then Ru was like, and for being such a good sport or something, your guy wins the same prize. And he's like, yes. And I'm like, he wins a gay cruise? I mean, sure, but...
And then he's like, I'm gonna take my GF. And then he's like, my girlfriend or something.
Well, everyone,
it was like weird.
He's like, I'm gonna take my GF to that. And everyone's like...
I'm gonna bring my GF with me on my cruise.
Your who?
My girlfriend.
My girlfriend. And they're like, oh, okay. They were all kind of dingbats.
Right? That is the perfect term.
Yeah.
They were dingbats. I don't know. I was not... Untucked was unbearable for me. Well, that's okay. We're not there yet, though. We are not there yet.
Oh, no. We have some glorious stuff to talk about. And Raja and Carmen are in the bottom.
I think rightfully so. And thank God, because it turned into a fabulous lip sync.
If Carmen got to come back purely for this lip sync, I am okay with it.
Right?
So they lip sync to Straight Up by Paula Abdul. And to this day, whenever I hear this song, I think of scissoring. At first, Raja is just strutting down that road.
Really?
This is how to like...
Her cherry lips helped a lot.
Yes.
Because I was just living for her mouth. It was just like...
So she's strutting, they're working together. This was very much a, like, let's work together to make a performance,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
whoever, does better, does better. We're not, like, pushing each other and being.
Slash, it's obvious that Raja's gonna win because Raja's gonna win.
So Raja's strutting, and then she takes off her belt, and she's like, whoosh, but there's like a really, really, really loud 80-yard whip noise. Whoosh. Whoop-a. It's pretty great. It was pretty great.
It was.
And then she starts stripping down her dress, and Carmen is like, oh, Raja's gonna get naked? Well, that Carmen is gonna get naked too then, because Carmen is all about being naked. And you're like, well, how are you gonna, oh. I see. You are literally just gonna be naked.
I still am not sure entirely what was on stage.
I feel like I want to see the unblurred version, but also I don't. Like, I'm on the fence about
I'm just so confused. Like, what? She was just like, I'm gonna walk down the stage with my vagina?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what happened.
But, like, isn't it tucked and, like, taped?
Yeah.
So, like, they see her taped vagina?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know if it's taped on her skin.
Well, does she duct tape it? Where is she duct taping it to? It just seems to me like the mechanics of tucking don't lend themselves to being fully naked on a stage walking around. You know what I mean?
Maybe Carmen's does. She's just really good at tuck. I mean, it's like Trinity the Tuck Taylor.
Sure.
She's just like, I got this shit down. It's like origami.
These are the products that I use to get my pussy perfect.
So anyway, Raja is like, I'm gonna strip, and then Carmen's like, oh no, no. They're basically dry humping on stage.
Yeah, Raja is like grinding up on her
Everyone
and then
is
gives
like-
her this fabulous kiss
Oh,
on
just
the
like-
shoulder. Just
right
like,
on the, just like perfect
Yep.
lips on the
Yep.
shoulder. I mean, one of them is pregnant, right? That's how that works, right? But it was very sexy, and I love this lip sync.
It was.
This was a fabulous lip sync.
Fabulous. Like, such a great performance.
Oh,
Amazing. And I love that Ru was like, we've done 28 lip syncs, and this is by far the most shocking or whatever, but still.
She was like, this is the best.
The best.
And that was by far, straight up, the most surprising one ever.
This is, to me, where it's like, oh, wait, it really was Heathers and Boogers, you know? You look at the lip syncs for the first half of the season and they're awful. Like, someone literally picked someone up and dragged them around the stage. And then there's this where it's like, oh, if this is the contact sport that drag is, I'm in for it.
They were connected.
They
Safe sex, man. Safe
sex.
So Carmen, like most people who are brought back, goes home immediately.
Yeah.
And Raja stays.
So, this week on Untucked.
So they all get back to the Interior Illusions Lounge, and Manila's guy, Matt Fuchsia,
Has like this whole speech.
he gives like a locker room pep talk. He's like, thank you guys so much for letting us be part of your world. We might not have known what was going on the whole time, but you were really great.
And although it's coming to a close sometime soon, we all wish you the best of luck with not just this competition, but in the rest of your lives as drag queens and as people.
And we hope all good things for you in the future, blah, blah, blah. And it was just like, what did we...
It was like he had thought about what he wanted to say.
himself to be the ambassador
Oh, yes.
or something.
But thank God he did,
Thank
because
God he
no one else was. They were just talking about titties and, you know, like, this was nonsense. For a show that seemingly is so, like, gets it of, like, you know, let's fuck with gender and let's, like, fuck with the idea of reality TV and gender in one thing, like, whatever, and all this fun stuff, like, on a, like, more intellectual level, the background of the show. None of that was in this episode. It was just like, let's have some weird, awkward conversations about gender norms and gender roles.
It wasn't really making fun or pointing out that they were being gross bros.
No.
It was just sort of like, here it is. I guess the idea that they're all talking like this, but they're in drag was kind of
supposed to be funny.
Subversive, but not really.
Not really. And I think what felt really weird for me was that, to me, it seemed like they were really egged on to do more of it. You know, it was like, really play up the broiness, because that'll be funny. And yet, to me, it felt disingenuous, where it was like they were so performatively masculine, so macho.
I'm not gonna lie, from the back, Carmen looks like a real nice, like, mermaid.
Don't care, don't want to see.
Hey, don't lie. You know you like it.
basic. These guys were
They
so
were very basic.
that it was like, okay, we're not gonna have
They
a
were
very
not
good conversation
enlightened
here.
men.
No.
Don't lie, none of you have a crush on Carmen.
I don't crush. I think that she has a very feminine body.
And everyone's like, well, I mean, if I was drunk.
Like if you're at a bar, you're drinking, so you can easily pass this as a woman.
And saw her from behind, I would maybe
take one of these for,
I did sort of like watching them squirm.
Sure.
Like they were just so uncomfortable even talking about how Carmen might be attractive. Like they were just like, I don't want to talk about it, man. I don't want to talk about that stuff. It's too much for my fragile ego. Oh, I mean, come on. And they're like in dresses talking about it, so it was like extra funny. It was kind of funny. So then the queens are like, fuck this. They go into the gold bar, they're like, we need a minute. And Raja is just like, half joking, half serious, like, thanks a lot, Alexis, you gave me the one with no personality or whatever, because apparently her guy was, although very sweet and nice and sensitive, like, apparently didn't like music, didn't have opinions on things, like, was just very sort of vanilla.
Here's a little fact about Chris. He's the first person I've met in my life that doesn't enjoy music.
Cuts back to Slava. Everyone's like staring at his breastplate like, oh man, you definitely have the best tits.
Slava definitely has the nicest tits.
Oh God, would you guys stop?
No, yeah, I just
you guys are perverts.
I mean, they might as well have just been like saying, the whole time.
If they just had
like it was like really bad. And then they show that exclusive footage of him being like, so, Alexis.
I want to hear about your first guy kiss.
My first guy kiss? Oh my gosh, I was 15, he was 26, he was straight.
Oh, so he took your kiss virginity.
Oh, what's it like to be like gay, basically? Like he was like being real flirty. He was into Alexis.
He might have had some questions.
Maybe he was trying to find some answers.
And he goes like, could you be my girlfriend? I'm like, dude, really?
So Alexis is talking about like, oh my gosh, having to put Slava in heels for the first time.
When Slava tried on his heels for the first time, his legs were shaking.
First time?
Well,
First time!
I know, right?
First time that day.
Yara was like, he is a drag queen.
Right.
He's a drag queen. This is your first time? Mm-hmm.
Well, so then Manila's guy, Matt, is basically like, he's like, okay, I think I got this drag thing figured out.
Oh my God, this was
like,
hilarious.
Okay, so my understanding is, in drag, there's two kinds of drag queens. There's Heathers and there's Boogers. Like, he's talking about it like it's gospel. Like, this is just like standard.
This is just how drag is.
You know, like garage doors. Like, it's just like,
Yep.
and so this is just like, everyone talks like this, right?
Apparently, there are 2 of the 5 right now that are considered to be boogers, whereas the rest are considered heathers.
Oh my God.
So
the
funny.
shade that Manila was throwing
Must have told him
through, like,
that we didn't see.
right.
Was so funny. And then it swoosh pans back to Raja, and they're like, oh, Raja, we really like you as a ginger. Are you allowed to say ginger? I don't know if you're allowed to say ginger. And she's like, well, I'm basically wearing red hair because my guy told me that he likes to watch porn with redheads. So he likes that at least. He might not like music,
Sure, but he likes ginger
redheaded porn.
Well, maybe that's the hair color we should use then.
So all the queens go back onto stage, and all the guys are sitting back there, and
watching
Rue is
the
like,
live feed.
oh, we have a live feed, a live TV of them watching them lip sync and all this stuff, and watching them.
And we gave them lotion?
Oh yeah, that was so weird.
We have provided them with lotion.
Oh.
That's not true.
To
Like-
whack off with? Because they're attracted
Straight to the women? And they're what?
Because they,
I mean, ironically enough, with this lip sync,
like, it made sense later, so maybe that was like an 80-yard line. Like, we're gonna give them some lotion because this is basically softcore porn. I don't know. It was confusing. So they've all changed out of their heels into like really white sneakers. It
Skechers.
was very
not Skechers. Like K-Swiss.
It was very working girl. Like, you know, I put on my sneaks as I walk to work, and then I just put on my smart heels when I get there, because I am a working woman. And then they all just are like sitting there, like getting turned on. I mean, I get it, because it's a sexy lip sync.
Sure.
Regardless,
yes, it is. Yes,
like
it is.
of your
Yes.
preference, whatever. It is sexy.
Sexual.
It's sexual, but the way it's just like it was gross. Like Slava is just like.
Can I go to a restroom and do my thing?
It was a weird episode of Untitled.
It was, but it was a fabulous lip sync.
Oh, it's the best.
And it's still, it's not the best, but it was one of the best. It's one of the best for sure.
One of the best, and certainly the best of the season.
Oh, absolutely. So that was this week. We'll see you next Thursday. Subscribe, share, support us on Patreon. If you do support us already, thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get to 1,500. We're going to do the onesie episode, and that's all, cunts.
Cheers to this lip sync.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
Straight up.
I approve.
Thanks. No barebacks.